Mm-hmm. Oh, man. I'm ready now. Don't forget gksports.org. They can also watch the game on gksports.org. Live from Grossmont High School, Jack Mashin Stadium. This is Girls Varsity Soccer. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg K. Porter for GK Sports, along with Pablo Espinal, bringing you the live stream. This is a cold night in the 50s out here in San Diego, California, specifically the border between El Cajon and La Mesa. And tonight, it's West Hills High School, the Wolfpack, going against the Foothillers. Now, West Hills and the Foothillers tied 1-1. The Foothillers were ahead 1-0 the last time they played them over at West Hills. And then the injury to Villasana, where she had to go into the ambulance and that. And then it kind of put them off sorts a little bit, and it ended up being a 1-1 tie. But these two teams have tied each other a lot in the last few years since we've filmed them. So it'll be interesting tonight to see if it'll be a tie again or it'll be a victory for either side. Look at the Grossmont Hills standings. The Granite Hills Eagles are 4-0-2 in first place. In second is Grossmont, they're 3-2-1. In third is Steel Canyon, they're 2-2-2. Fourth is Helix at 2-3-1. Fifth is West Hills at 0-1-5. And sixth is Valhalla. A very tough Grossmont Hills league. Very physical. A lot of teams are banged up. And so tonight, it's going to be a battle of attrition to find out who can come out with the victory. You got 3 refs tonight, a center ref and 2 linesmen. Foothillers last season playing here against West Hills in a close one, but they lost 1-0. And year before that, it was 1-1 right here at Jack Mashin Stadium with West Hills. They're going to try and see if they can get back for a chance at winning the league. They were co-leaders of the league last year, or co-winners of the league last year, so they're going to try to do that by winning their last 2 home games and see if maybe they can get a split between the 2 road games. And if they can get 2 victories, and then it's all the better. But there's only 4 games left. Look at the rest of the games in the league tonight. It's going to be Steel Canyon against Granite Hills and Helix against Valhalla. And then on Thursday night, the Foothillers will travel over to Steel Canyon to play them for the 3rd and final time during the regular season. And we'll see what happens after that. Should see the lineup of both teams on your screen. Of course, this turns into a second copy with the highlights and the instant replays. Maybe next year we will be actually able to give you the live stream with instant replays, or at least that is the intention. Going to be a busy week for GK Sports, filming the Cabers tonight against Sarah. Unfortunately, that game is not going to be live streamed, or isn't live streamed. It's already going on. And then, of course, like I mentioned, the Foothillers are going to be at Steel Canyon on Thursday. And then the Cabers will also be playing on Saturday against Otay Ranch. And we have a treat for you tomorrow. It's going to be the first time ever for GK Sports doing boys high school soccer. It'll be the Cabers tomorrow in a match. So you want to tune in for that one. How do you do it? Just stay right here at GK Sports on this YouTube channel, and we'll also make sure that it's put on the gksports.org website, which this game tonight is on that website as well as the other game, but the other game has been found out that it's not live. So the Wolfpack, they're in the white jerseys, and they're going from right to left. You saw them last time in the black. Shift colors for all you sailors out there past and present. We are underway. 6:30 game time out here in the West Coast, San Diego. Herrera trying to thread a pass to Giabingo. It is knocked out of play. Aaron Walker will throw it in for West Hills. Intercepted by Gonzalez. Amy Cervantes wants to sweep it to the far side of the field to Sarah Lopez. Giabingo with it. Good first step. First touch to Mia Foster, who wasn't at the last game against Helix. Able to play tonight. Just missing Foster, or I should say Lopez, on that play. And it is driven out of play. Aguilera, Lopez, Foster, into central. Gonzalez plays it to the near side. Good passing by the Foothillers. Sent out of play. Off the cleat of Rosas. So in the attacking third for the Foothillers, it will be a throw-in. Victoria Ford, the senior, at red armband, looking for the other one with the red armband, and there in the central, that was Mia Foster. Foster couldn't get it. Giavingo with the red armband has it, sends it over to Victoria Ford, and it goes out of play. Red armband meaning the captains, and they are the seniors. 4 games left for the seniors, both for West Hills and for the Foothillers. West Hills, by virtue of their win-loss record, probably will not be playing in the playoffs. Only with a couple victories this season. Foothillers trying to secure a pretty good seat in the Division I playoffs. The work starts tonight, trying to secure a home victory. Wolfpack want to continue to thwart them as they've done over the last couple of years since we've been filming it. On the near side, West Hills with possession. That's Wersick. Wersick turns and then turns back around and sends an early ball now for Madrid. And that ball is out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Grossmont. And it's 0-0 match. Hopefully you got the beverage, a snack out here dinner time. Enjoy this one for the next hour and a half. Touched by Wersick. Now on the soccer ball is Setting. Setting fell down on this cold night. Doesn't feel good. Early ball looking for Lopez. Intercepted in the back. Nicely done that time by Delaney. Amy Cervantes on a quick turn. Trying to send it out, the senior. But her teammate, Herrera, didn't get it. Villasana, Isabel, not going to be in this match. She was a young lady that got hurt from the last match, and these two teams played each other in a concussion protocol and still dealing with that. She's not going to be in this match, according to what the coaches told me prior to the game. Going to be a throw-in for the Foothillers on the near side. Giabingo not able to keep it in play. So out of their defensive third, West Hills near side. And it's out of play. It's going to be a throw-in now for Grossmont. Ashley Austin, the freshman, having a real good season. Foster to Lopez. Back to Foster. Just can do so many things. Foster with a shot, and it's off the side of frame. Straw that stirs the drink for this Grossmont Foothiller team, and when she's not available, they're just not the same team. Up in the air. Intercepted. Foster being marked heavily. Going to go after it. Gets it. Looking like she is in good shape tonight and sends a pass, but not able to get it to Aguilera on that play. Actually, that was Giabingo on that play. Giabingo dropping it off for Cervantes. Foster just takes a long distance shot. Kind of find the range. It's early in the match. Going to keep warm out there. It is a cold night for San Diego. Header, nice one by Foster. There's an art to that, where you don't hurt yourself. Intercepted by Ford. Rosas, left-footed strike off of Emmy Cervantes, and then Giabingo to Herrera. Good first touch now to the near side. Just couldn't get the good pass after the good first touch. So it's a throw-in out of their own defensive third, West Hills. Tough year in league play so far, and a tough year overall, win-loss. Bishop on an early ball. Setting, still on it, takes a shot, and a rebound is given up, but Austin is able to make the save. Emery giving up a rebound, getting the start tonight. Foster. Intercepted, it didn't arrive over to Sarah. Bishop. Bishop just takes a shot way from distance, no problem for Natalie. Emery off of a bounce. Teammates didn't get it, so now West Hills on the attack. Intercepted by Gonzalez. Austin positioning herself well that way to give it back to Gonzalez. On the near side from Foster. Giabingo now, who scored the goal in the last match, and it is sent out of play, and it's going to be a corner kick. So corner kick coming up for the Foothillers of Grossmont. Boys team are undefeated at home right here at Jack Mashin Stadium. having themselves a fabulous season in boys soccer. Jennifer now. Foothillers really good with the set pieces. Now the header a little bit too high that time by Ford. Didn't get it the right way. Many times she does. And we'll put it in the back of the net. Foothillers in the last match started with Carly Kennedy. She is not in there to start tonight. Remember, she is still trying to recover from early before the season injuries and stuff. Trying to get fit. And they also had Smingy in the last match. Started off. She is not in the match to start. The near side to Jennifer Giabingo. Stops it nicely. Still on the soccer ball. It's sent out of play. And it was off at Giabingo's cleat. Good play that time by Sam James in the space. She was up against it that time. Maddie Morris, who was a keeper in the last affair between these two over at West Hills High School. We'll get it restarted. Off of the bounce. Herrera, nice stop, getting it to Foster. To Lopez now. Lopez tries to make a move, being marked heavily, and they take it away from her. But it's intercepted. Intercepted again by Gonzalez, the senior, going after it and winning it. Nicely done. Gets a return pass from Lopez. Tries to thread the needle, can't do it. It's taken away. Sent out of play. And if Foothillers will have to play defense, as a throw-in is going to come in by the Wolfpack. Intercepted by Gonzalez. Austin. Nice stop at the soccer ball that time by Aaron Walker. And on the near side, West Hills, they have possession. Intercepted by Ford in the space. Chips it, looking for Cervantes. Trying to turn around and find it. Ford does instead. Ford cuts it to the inside, taken away. Ocampo on the near side. Going back to go get it is Rosas. And plays it well that time for the throw-in. Cervantes to the center of the field. Running onto it is Ocampo. Annabelle Ocampo now. Looking for a return pass, doesn't get it. Foster secures it, drops it off. Nicely done to Aguilera on the near side. Rosas vying for it, and it's going to be a foul against Rosas. So Madrid, good work in the space. The Wolfpack, and it'll be a free kick now. And that's in the attacking third. 0-0 your score. The scoreboard is not working here. I understand there's about 27 minutes left to go in the first half. Just not showing here. And a save by Emery. Nicely played that time. Off a deflection. Lopez secures it. Plays it out wide, but it got intercepted. And now a touch by Foster. Going down was Lopez. This one is played out of play, and it'll be a throw-in now for the Foothillers. Trying to work up the field, right around midfield. Aguilera gets another throw-in. Giavingo. Lopez. When the Foothillers get a score by Lopez, they're in good shape from an offensive perspective. Because usually somebody else gets a score. When they get a couple of goals, they're in great shape. But if Lopez cannot put one in the back of the net, puts pressure on other players, not to mean that it can't be done, but it allows an opening for the other team to try and at least get a tie or maybe to defeat the Foothillers. And last match on the road, a little bit unusual, not able to put anything in the back of the net. They had some plays, but not able to convert. And Helix got a split with them. Will not see each other in the postseason. Maddie Mayo's into the match. And Helix having a real good season this season. And they're a relatively young team. They're going to be around for some time, being very viable. We're trying to win league and beyond in the postseason. Here's Sarah Lopez. Hard shot. Blocked. Upfield, 50-50 ball. Gonzalez looking for it. It goes over to Austin. Taps it back to Maddie Mayo. In her first touch of the match. Lopez got it taken away, but able to find it and get it to the near side to Roses. Cecilia now. Good pace on a soccer ball. Off a deflection upfield. Secured by West Hills. Ford cuts it into space. The Foothillers have reduced the size of the field now. Here's Lopez now. Turns. Lopez. Shoot it quickly, and the save is made. Austin, who in one game this season has scored 2 goals, did it right here against Central Union High School. No call that time in the center of the field. Ford. Near side. Rosas. Nice stop. Good first touch that time by Giovingo, but gives it away. West Hills. Setting. Her pass intercepted. They get it back to the near side. The Madrid couldn't secure it. She'll go after it, won't get it. Herrera, and it's touched out. Grossmont in blue with a throw-in. And it's out of play. 0-0 your score. You got stuff you need to do as far as the health of your teeth. Do not forget about Dental Arts of Palm Avenue. Right across from the strip mall in the South Bay. And they have your teeth cleaning that they take care of, as well as root canals or any of those types of things for your dental needs. Insurance is welcome. That's Dental Arts of Palm Avenue. Their website is dentalartsofpalmav.com. Near side, Roses. Good play in the central there by Maddie Mayo. And she was being pressured that time and had to make a good play. Otherwise, it would have been 1v1 with the keeper. Kate Setting versus Emory. Hunter is in the match. Cervantes will race back just outside the area. Trying to secure it and sends it out of play. So they can reset, and it'll be a throw-in now. Against the Wolfpack in the attacking third. For West Hills. Greg K. Porter along with Pablo Espinal bringing you the live stream and the sights and sounds from Jack Mashin Stadium out here in El Cajon on the border of La Mesa. Aaron Walker, the throw-in. 50-50 ball goes over to Emory and makes the save. Good little carom that time for the Wolfpack. Emory, right place at the right time. Makes the save. Early ball now. Hunter. It's got speed. Hunter on the near side. The pressure was good enough for a throw in the attacking third. Hunter, a junior, one more year to play for these Foothillers. Could be an impact player next season. Gonna need her expertise. She'll be a senior, along with Gia Bingo and others. Maddie Mayo. There's 4 games left to play in a regular season, and this is one of the 4. You got a violation. It's going to work against the West Hills. Danger time now for the Wolfpack. And this is a handball. It must have been a handball, so it's going to be a penalty kick. So a penalty kick now for the Foothillers. Thought it might be as the way the players were acting. Wasn't sure, but now I am sure. Penalty kick. Advantage the striker in the world of football. Ball with the geometric designs. Foster puts it into the back of the net. A goal! Go, 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 go. 1-0. Grossmont on the penalty kick, and she has not missed on her penalty kicks this season. That's 2 in a row in the back of the net. Mia Foster. So the Foothillers have the same amount of goals that, well, and most of the times that they played West Hills, they have not been shut out against West Hills. Problem is they don't get much against West Hills, and that has been where the problem has lied as far as either getting a W. Last year they did not score against West Hills. Well, I take that back. They did lose in a shutout last year right here. So that's not going to happen this year. And the thing is, they're going to try and see if they can get a W against West Hills. Like I said, they have not been able to do that since we've been filming them. They led 1-0 over at West Hills in the last match. Can they add more to it? Or will West Hills get right back into the match? Throw in now. The Foothillers down the left flank. Gonzalez sends it up into the air. Always got to be careful as a defender. Can't have it hit your hand. And if it does in that box for you young kids, it's a penalty kick. Here is Ford, a big chance. Ford, a hard shot at a save. And Lopez could not get to it that time. Foster upfield, and it goes out of play. Good shot, though. Strong one by Victoria Ford as she gets a run-up from the back. As you know, she's a defender. Every once in a while we'll get into that attacking third. Smingy has been warming up, and she looks like she might get into this match. Hit hard, but off target that time by Sarah. As I just mentioned, she is a player that if she gets goal into the back of the net, this Grossmont Hills League team, the Foothillers, are in great shape. And here is aforementioned Kira Smingy into the match, number 12, along with Danielle Dees. Smingy, fabulous player in the back, but gets up to the front in a hurry. I'm going to run it down quickly as soon as she comes in. Being bodied, but still has the soccer ball. Keeps it on the inside. Gets it over to Mia now. Foster on an early ball. Here's Hunter now. Nobody able to run with her. Hunter, will she cut it inside or take a shot or decide to pass it? Going to pass it to Dees. A shot at a save. Dees had the run going that time and just took it right off the pass. Got a pretty good shot that time. Dees. So over to Giabingo now. But it's cut off. Nicely done by Wersick. Down the right flank, Mayo on the intercept in the central defender spot. Rosas coming up from the wing, sends it to Giabingo, and that ball is sent out of play. Rosas will throw it in. Foothillers leading 1-0 here in the first half. Time running down. More than halfway through the first half. On this cold night, a foul on the Foothillers. Out here in San Diego County. It's a free kick for West Hills. Sam James will take it. James gets a lot of air into the ball, but sent up in the air by Ford. Foster tries to get it. And it was touched out by West Hills. Hunter can't secure it, goes after it, will not get it. As Bishop gets it over to her teammate Wersick. Smingy winning it. Gets it to Gonzalez. Touch quickly out to Foster. Looking for a return pass, but it was way too far in front of Sarah Lopez. Mia stops it, drops it for Gonzalez. Near side, Dees will try to get it, and does get it. Foster, double teamed in the intercept. Upfield, Smingy tries to win it, and it's a foul. They do a quick free kick, trying to get Smingy upfield. Somewhat worked, but Ford is there and sends it out of play. It is off of West Hills. So the Foothillers will throw it in out of their defensive third. Trying to ride the first half score as 1-0 if they can, or add another one to it. West Hills trying to see if they can get an equalizer before the end of the first half. Here's Giabingo, and that ball is out of play, but it was off the West Hills player. Lopez, Giabingo. Foster taps it right back to Sarah. Sarah, nice little ball into the central. Just a little bit in front of Jennifer. Near side, it is sent out by Wolfpack. Roses. Foothillers will throw it in. Looks for Sarah, gets it to her, and then now Giabingo on the pass. The shot, no problem for Morris. Coming off her line, slingshots it up front. Bishop. Touchdown by Grossmont. West Hills will have the throw in. They get a substitution coming in for head coach Robert Romero. He and his wife doing the coaching over there do a really good job. Madrid into the match. Also into the match is Castaneda, 17 out there in white. Madrid going after it, but Mayo secures it. Plays it out. And a foul has occurred on Castaneda that time. It'll be a free kick for Grossmont. Moreno warming up here at Jack Mashon Stadium. She might be coming in soon. Victoria Ford will take the free kick. The header secured by West Hills. But then they give it away now. And a player falling awkward that time. Out to Hunter now in the area. Hunter stays with it now. Hunter the shot over the top of frame. Just couldn't get it to bend down that time. But a nice little run by Olivia Hunter. Hunter trying to get her first score as a varsity player. Moreno is into the match. Foster on the intercept towards Giavingo, but she didn't get it. Smingy, 50-50 ball. Castaneda secures it. The intercept by Gonzalez to Foster. Dribbles that ball so nicely. Gets it over to Sarah Lopez. Lopez into central. This is danger. Off a deflection, and will go after it, and just couldn't get enough of it. They gave up on it that time, and Morris was not getting to it quick enough, and Lopez has done it before. Will back it up and put it in the back of the net. Hasn't done it a lot this season, but has shown she can do it. Mayo in the deep back. Nice touch. Over to Foster. The Gianvingo. She'll take the blast and nearly put it in the back of the net. Hit the ball with so much more velocity this season, and that one was a laser just a little bit too high. Had she brought it down a little bit, no chance to keep that out of the net. So it'll be a goal kick for West Hills. Maybe a substitution is going to occur. Mayo's going to come out of the match. Rosas will move over to the left side. And Andrade is into the match. Haven't seen her in a while. On the near side. Time running down here in the first half. Foothillers leading 1-0. Moreno, early ball, but Foster will not be able to run that one down. Way too much pace on it that time. Substitution is going to occur, though, for the Wolfpack. It's coming out of the match is Bishop. We get a new player in there. Playing up front. Now into the match. Back into the match is Emmy Cervantes. Verdiz. Moreno taps it back to Andrade. Intercepted that time by Malia Wersick. In the central, intercepted by Ford. Smingy able to send it forward, but West Hills, they have possession, but not able to link up that time with Madrid. So Andrade will throw it in. Intercepted by Wersick. Sending it over to Ocampo on an early ball, getting it to her teammate. This is setting and getting over there quickly. Are the Foothillers that send it out of play. Playing over on that side is Rosas. But they'll get a throw in the attacking third. Off a deflection, it goes past the goal line. It'll be a goal kick now for Grossmont. Enjoying the 1-0 lead here in the first half. Had a really good start to their home season. And it played really well for the most part right here, Jack Mashin Stadium. .50-50 ball, and then cleaned up that time by Gonzalez. It stopped from going any further by Sam James, but now the Foothillers get it back. And here goes Lopez now. Lopez now in the area is knocked down. The near side. Lopez not getting up quickly as the defender clipped her. And it is sent out of play quickly. Sarah has been somewhat injured before, not this season, but last season. Been really healthy this season. And this is the first time that she has not gotten up quickly. She's trying to beat that defender, and it happens time to time. Legs get caught up. Playing out there in the artificial surface. A lot of time they say that it's the worst type of surface to play on when it comes to injuries. Unfortunately, for the second time in as many games this season, a player has been injured and been down for a little bit. Of course, the worst one I mentioned was Viasana. But at least Sarah Lopez gets a round of applause and can put weight on her feet to walk off. A lot of times as an athlete, you get those types of injuries and they really scare you. So Ashley Austin is into the match. To throw in for West Hills. Near side. Castaneda taken away. Cervantes lifts it up field. And it is out of play. Throw in now. Andrade will throw it in. Foster goes after it. Secured by Cervantes. The attacking third, but won by West Hills. Come right back up the field. Andrade secures it away. Gonzalez didn't get all of it, but Foster goes back and helps out. Gets it to Rosas. Cecilia now. Austin. Foster getting to that soccer ball, taking it away from a player in the space. Cal State Fullerton is going to love to see her next season. Playing out there on the pitch for them. Early ball now. Smingy will run over there in front of Castaneda. Rosas can't secure it. Goes upfield. Foster tracks back to get it. Gonzalez finds Ford. Squares it off to Andrade. A nice, her pass is intercepted. Smingy now. Retreats back to get it. Forward. Sends it to Andrade. Andrade still trying to get it. And it's out of play. Player down for West Hills. Maybe losing her wind a little bit on that. That collision with Victoria Ford, don't know exactly. Could be something else. I know this is not the refereeing crew that they had in the last match. Consternation by both teams. Throwing now for West Hills. Foster wins it, sends it upfield. Not able to get it is Giovingo. So the Wolfpack will throw it in. Upfield. Aaron Walker. Near side. Goes off of Smingy and then off of Andrade. So Walker will gain a few more feet. Throw it in again. Running against the limited time here in the first half. West Hills trying to get an equalizer. Gonzalez. Andrade gets it pickpocketed and sent out of play. But it's sent out of play on Wolfpack cleat. Isabella Schubert. Andrade on the near side. The throw in, Moreno. Touchdown again by West Hills. Don't have the hot cocoa tonight. They've been having that here. The home matches, but not tonight. But what is tonight is it's a 1-0 victory, or I should say lead, at halftime by the Foothillers, trying to get a victory against the Wolfpack, which they have not been able to do in 6 tries. 1-0, and got 40 more minutes, and we'll find out what is going to happen in the second half. So about 15 minutes, and then we'll be right back. So stick with us. Jack Mason Stadium, Girls Varsity Soccer 2019-2020. The Foothillers, ever since we've filmed them, have not been able to beat West Hills. They lead 1-0, but this, we've seen the story before. Now, whether or not they are able to win this match will depend on a lot of things, but mainly they're focused towards a single thing, and that is trying to win the league or at least get a share of the league title. And so if they can win tonight, they will help themselves towards that. There is only one other home game, and then it's 2 road games. So stick with us to find out what happens in the next 40 minutes. 40 minutes left to play, and then in the regular season, and then it will be the last game played at home. Of course, we got another road game next Thursday, or this coming Thursday, so we'll see what happens. But it's 1-0. The Foothillers, of course, they switch from going from left to right. They are right to left. You saw Smingy running to keep that ball from getting further behind. Emery is playing keeper in this entire match as she will start off the second half. And not a play. Here's going to be a throw-in by Aguilera. San Diego section Division I standings is Cathedral Catholic. They are 17-2-3. They're number 1 team. Number 2 is Eastlake. They're 15-4-1. Number 3 is Carlsbad. They're 13-4-1. Grossmont is 4th in Division I. They're 10-4-3. Del Norte is 5th. They're 10-4-4. La Costa Canyon 8-3-4. It's behind them. Then it's Poway. They are 7-3-5. Torrey Pines at 8-4-5. 9-5-3 is Granite Hills. And then it's San Marcos at 8-5-3. Followed by Scripps Ranch, Academy of the Lady of Peace, Steel Canyon, El Camino, Bishops, Canyon Crest Academy, Westview, West Hills, Valhalla, and Rancho Bernardo. Near side, 50-50 ball, and this one is hit out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Foothillers. Leading 1-0 here in the second half. In the central. Wersick on the near side. Sends it forward to Schubert, but it's out of play. Emery has played well as keeper, but she has to be careful on the rebounds. And that has been her demise. Hasn't played all season at the varsity level. Came in the South Bay Classic. And has played sparingly since then. But recently in the last few games, she's got a whole game to play in. And that's the same way tonight on the near side. It's out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Foothillers, who have been playing in their half of the field here in the second half. And if you're West Hills, that's exactly what you want to do. Put the pressure on the defenders early on. Foster winning it. Sends it. It's played to the near side. Foster goes after it. Off a deflection. They win it back. Castaneda on the near side. And it corkscrews over to Emery, and she stays with the shot. Not giving up a rebound. Foster now. Just sending it to the near side for Mia Tillett, trying to get to that soccer ball. Ball kind of disappears underneath the stands. Works for the Foothillers, playing at home. Trying to dig it out was Aguilera. Not able to do so, so they're going to have to use another soccer ball. And that is not actually the case. The West Hills keeper is down on two knees and don't know what happened, but she is in distress right now. The second player for West Hills now in this match. Maddie Morris had, remember from the last game, she was actually given the keeper role because Kaylee Miller-Hale was injured. Going to be helped off and maybe not able to play keeper, and they may have to find one of the other players to play keeper. Remember that happened to the Foothillers last season when they played against Otay Ranch. And Maddie Mayo ended up having to play keeper for a good portion of the match in the second half. Did the best she could. And there's a match that we just put on the site where she made a save in that match. That was against Helix. Played right here at Jag Mashin Stadium. You get credit for it. Only save that she's actually gotten credit for this season. Had to make saves in that match against Otay Ranch, because both the keepers were not available in that one last season. It might be one of the scenarios here that's going to happen for West Hills. Been a very, very tough year for West Hills High School. And the girls' varsity soccer team as they not able to get any kind of consistency and lots of players dinged up. And unfortunately, they've only won a couple games this season. So play is back underway as they still tend to Maddie Morris. My family members might be out there as well, trying to tend to her. Didn't exactly know what went on, and she just all of a sudden, behind the play, just went down to two knees and her hands over her head. There's a shot from distance, and it's knocked away. Playing keeper is Aaron Walker now. So Walker maybe has some experience in playing keeper as a club player. Definitely showed it on that play as she dove to knock that ball away from going in the back of the net. Foothillers definitely will take the victory any way they can get it, but surely they would like to try to do it against their top keepers or West Hills. But who knows? Maybe for the Wolfpack, might be the thing they need in this match. Victoria Ford on a nice intercept. Ford plays it out of play. Can get her teammate to run onto it. Midfield on an intercept. West Hills trying to go upfield. Bishop. Early ball. Castaneda will try and get to it, but first getting to it is Smingy. And this gives it right back to Emery. Victoria Ford now. Strikes it on over to Smingy. Pass intercepted, but it goes right to Foster. And then Aguilera's pass intercepted. Upfield, Smingy's the closest to it. In the area. Tracks it down, turns, knocked down on the play, and it's going to be a foul. So a free kick right next to the area for Grossmont. Intercepted. Foothillers with possession, Rosas, but then she gave it away. Castaneda looking for a pass, but tracking it down is Aguilera. Sending it out of play, not able to link up with Tillett. Sydney Delaney's pass. Castaneda. Ford sends it out of play. It'll be a throw-in now by Delaney. In the attacking third. Aguilera sends it upfield. Trying to secure it that time was Giabingo, but lost her balance. So it'll be a throw-in for West Hills. They are down 1-0. Still plenty of time left here in the match, 31 minutes. Try to do something about a 1-0 score. Delaney will gain some real estate on the near side for the throw-in. Try to keep the attack going for West Hills. Right into the area, outside the area now. In the corner. Foul just outside the area on West Hills. I should say on the Foothillers. And West Hills is going to have a free kick. These are the dangerous type. Right outside the 18. Quick kick. Sent towards Emery, but far post as it bends away. They still have possession now. Launched right at Emery out of the back of the net. A goal! Go, 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 goal! 1-1. You hit it up high, you have the best chance of trying to beat Emery, and that's exactly what they did, and it is now 1-1. And again, they're able to get a goal against the Foothillers right here at Jack Mashin Stadium. Just like they did last year. It is 1-1. And just like they were able to do in the last match, and they were down 1-0, it's 1-1. Only problem for the Wolfpack is they do not have their keeper. in trying to win this match. But the rest of the field players may look at it as something to get motivated by. From an offensive standpoint, trying to get it to Castaneda and almost got there. Austin able to secure it and win it the last moment. Aguilera sending it forward. Lopez is back into the match. And she was injured a little bit earlier. But well enough to come back into the match. Cross the field now. Looking for Wersick. Wersick has it now. Wersick now trying to, she cuts it back, takes a shot, and a save by Emery. Wersick with space that time and took the shot. Emery able to make the save. Here in the second half, the Wolfpack have played with a lot more design and a lot more desire. And they have had most of the touches in the defensive half of their opponent. And it'll be a throw-in. They're still looking at Maddie Morris, the outside the goal. Whatever happened, it was not good at all, as they are still trying to tend to her. Austin. Castaneda will turn, and it's deflected, and it goes out of play. Maddie Morris is up and walking now, but then sits back down again. Unbelievable in 2 games against the Foothillers. 2 injuries that really impact young ladies for West Hills. And it has not happened since we've been filming Grossmont in the 3 years to any team. In two games. Here's in the central. They're going to try to put it in the back of the net. It's partially deflected up in the air and just over the top of frame. The shot that time by Delaney. And there is the paramedics here. And I was hoping that would not be the case, but it did not look good, and that's exactly what it is. As I mentioned early in the match, that Biasana was injured in that first match between these 2 teams and was not going to be playing tonight and may not be playing with much in the year left. Bishop. You know, Biasana is a sophomore, so she's also a track player, and hopefully she will be able to play in her track duties. Lopez. Giovingo trying to get it. Foothillers want to try to get forward because they're playing against a backup keeper and basically a position player now on the near side, and it's going to work against Aguilera. So it's going to be a free kick now. Ref going to be a little bit more sensitive towards any kind of collisions in this match moving forward. Even though the injury to Morris was not a collision. And it goes off the shoulder that time of Aguilera. It's going to be a substitution coming in as Gabby Setting is going to leave. Pitch. West Hills. Aguilera is coming out. Payan is coming out of the match. Herrera is in the match now. Smingy playing in the back. On that substitution for West Hills is Katie Vale into the match. Throw in now by Delaney. Delaney tries to get it, can't. Sent upfield by Austin. It's going to go out of play. Well, Campbell will set it up for Delaney to throw it in again. Vale can't get it. It's sent on a long ball, but Lopez won't be able to get to it. And on the girls' side, since we have filmed Grossmont girls varsity soccer, we have not seen, that I can recall, paramedics here during the course of a game. In fact, now it's the first time that we've seen it on the road and at home. As Maddie Morris is going to get attended to. Keeper for West Hills. You just checked in. It did not happen on a collision. It was way away from the play, and then she went down. Her hands over her head. Maybe it is some sort of concussion, something, or was a physical play at one point. I don't remember it exactly. But these games turn into a second copy with the highlights and the instant replays, so you can take a look at it. Throw in now for West Hills. Just over 22 minutes left to go in the match in a 1-1 tie. Up in the air, Emery had a tough play, but she makes the save. Staying with it. Near side. West Hills really putting the Foothillers under pressure in the second half. More so than the Foothillers have put Morris and company under pressure. Bridget Wilson in the match. She got a piece of that, but stays into the match. Foster. Good defensive playing, West Hills, and they seem to be able to do that very well against the Foothillers, wherever they play them. And they seem to do it a lot better in the second half of matches against Grossmont than they do in the first. Amy Cervantes is coming into the match. For Bridget Wilson, we've got some minutes out there, the freshman. Going to be a valuable player for them moving forward. Sometimes overmatched out there from a physical standpoint, but she is going to be stronger and tougher to deal with in the upcoming years, as long as she can stay healthy. That's always a question in high school sports. Intercepted into the area now. Smingy. Foster playing deep in the back. She's a midfield player and putting her to where she has to play, drop back and help out. Sent out of play. The Foothillers want to try to gain the game with a victory tonight at playing at home. Got tough teams still to play. Steel Canyon, where they were able to beat here the last time they played them. They are not going to want to lose to the Foothillers, who they beat in the very first game up at Steel Canyon this season. And that's coming on Thursday. And then, of course, next week, playing Valhalla, who was really tough. And Granite Hills, who was really physical. Got to play them there. So the Valhalla game and this one is the two games that if you want to win the league, you almost have to win both of them. In the Central now, knocked away at the last moment to try to protect Aaron Walker, who is not their regular keeper. Their regular keeper is in that paramedic vehicle. And we hope the best for her tonight and the rest of the season. Her health, I should say. Collision in the area. Knocked down was Cervantes. Going to be a corner kick. Foothillers like to win matches when they get the CKs, the set pieces. They've done so here many times. This one is right on line. The header is too high that time. And Ford just says, why? I had it all teed up. If I could have hit it the way I wanted to. And any senior who's ever played soccer will feel just the way she just got through feeling, especially when they know she's got that ability. And you're playing against somebody who's not a regular keeper. So Walker was pressed into duty. We'll drive it upfield. Foothillers need to put more pressure defensive against the defensive likes of West Hills. Try to get the chance that they need against Walker. Not a regular keeper. Here is Austin. 50-50 ball. Austin wins it. Gets it over to Giovingo now. Giovingo just decides to hit it from distance and not accurate enough that time. West Hills can get a measure of satisfaction if they can come out with a draw in this match, just like they did the first time. Despite a season that hasn't gone their way. Victoria Ford now wins it into space. Ford to Giovingo, who turns around and finds it. Gets it over to Lopez, and this is danger now. Back to Ford. Ford gets it to the near side now. Just trying to do the pass again. Saved by Walker. Getting her hands out there, keeping it from getting into the back of the net. And Walker has a little bit of experience playing keeper. Somehow, some way. He's made two good saves. The throw-in for the Foothillers. Foothillers know it's not going to be as easy as they might have thought it at first with a backup keeper. Intercepted by Gonzalez, the senior. Sends it to the near side, Austin. Austin now takes a shot and just misses the near post. Austin could take him from distance. Get some velocity on the soccer ball. Tried to do it that time and put it in the back of the net. So the goal kick now for the Wolfpack. And it's 1-1 tie on a cold night out here in San Diego County, specifically El Cajon, the border of La Mesa, right next door. Running onto it is Foster. Foster in the area now. And it goes off of Herrera toward the back line, and it'll be a goal kick. Herrera didn't want it to go after her that high. Nobody here wants that either, because we just saw a player have to leave in the paramedics. .50-50 ball now. Smingy trying to get to it. Can't get to it. It's taken away. Cervantes pressed into duty. But on the move is Castaneda. And it's knocked out of play. And so back down the field is West Hills to attack again. They had to spend for the first time in this half a lot of time in their own defensive half. They've been going the other way for them most of this half. Now we got a player hurt for the Foothillers. That might have been Herrera who, that ball went, remember it went off her head a while ago. And she is coming out. Hunter is into the match. The throw in. Cervantes sends it out of play, and they'll be able to throw it in again. Gain more real estate down the left flank. Trying to score a late goal after being down 1-0 at halftime. The Wolfpack of West Hills on the road. You throw it in right outside the area. Ford drives it upfield. Giovingo with it. Sends it in across the field for Hunter. But Hunter can't secure it. It's taken away. And it's sent out of play by Smingy. So it'll be a throw-in now for West Hills in the attacking third. And it's 1-1 tie. Don't forget about our gksports.org, all the social media pages. We're always updating what's going on in the world of sports on the Facebook page. Doing just about the same on the Twitter page. The pictures, been some good ones lately on the Instagram, the gram they call it. It's a one-stop shop. Just go to gksports.org and like us and join us on those social media sites. Of course, you can always subscribe to this YouTube channel and be able to see everything we're doing. Going to have a boys game tomorrow for the first time ever on GK Sports. Boys high school soccer over at San Diego High School. We'll have one on Saturday as well with the Cavers. It'll be the girls on tap against Otay Ranch. Austin's going to throw it in. Right outside the area for the Foothillers to try to attack against the backup keeper. Intercepted. Ford brings it down. Ford still on the soccer ball. Ford into the area now. Victoria Ford, left-footed strike. Trying to get at the Hunter. She just couldn't strike the soccer ball that time. She just missed striking the soccer ball. Might have had the greatest chance of putting it in the back of the net. Everybody on the team has got to be rooting for Hunter. Put it in the back of the net. Working so hard throughout this season to try to do just that. Smingy retreats back, gets the soccer ball, turns. She's got speed. She can go all the way up the field. If you don't stop her, Castaneda lost her balance, but is able to get back up and get to the soccer ball. Taken away by Austin now. Ashley Austin sends it in the center of the field to Cervantes now. Hunter racing with everything she has to try to get to it. And keeps it in and sends a pass towards Lopez. Lopez won't be able to get to it as it's sent upfield by West Hills. Just inside 9 minutes left to play in the match. In a 1-1 tie. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Austin now in the central. Take it away from her. Cervantes on a pass from Foster. Cervantes now making a move now. Takes a shot, but no problem that time. As Walker has shown she's able to handle the shots of a pretty reasonable trajectory at her. Foster now. Couldn't control it, and it's out of play. So it'll be a throw-in for West Hills. Coming on 8 minutes left to play in the match. It's going to be on this cold night. Who wants it more? Can the Foothillers break what has been a tough time against West Hills? Not being able to get the W. As everybody else in the Grossmont Hills League, they've been able to do that. Since we've been filming them, at least. Castaneda, but she was offside. And it'll be a free kick now for Grossmont. Ashley Austin now with a free kick. 7.5 left to play. Unofficially. Up high. Went off the West Hills player. You don't want to see that at any time. Especially not tonight. Oh, the worse for the wear. She stayed in the match. Almost taken away from Austin, but a nice, nifty foot control of the soccer ball. Gives it to Cervantes now, who stops. Cervantes now looks for an area. It goes off of Foster's cleat. And getting over to keep it from going upfield quickly that time was Giovingo. Vale getting it over to Ocampo. Her pass to Bishop now. Or actually, that was Wersick. And then up to Castaneda. Stops it, but it goes right to Foster, who gives it over to Gonzalez. Finds Hunter. Hunter now. And it's dropped back now. Smingy. Victoria Ford. Foothillers do a great job of not being offsides in every match. They mark up very, very well. They understand that. Smingy now, but couldn't secure it. So now here is Setting, who turns. Lost it. Foster. Ford. Not able to link up with her teammate. We got players in the central trying to take it away. And Smingy does a great job against two players now. Gets it over to Rosas now. Sends it upfield. Looking for Hunter. Hunter is on the soccer ball now. Hunter has the speed now. Hunter still on the soccer ball. Into the central. But Lopez wasn't able to get it, but it's intercepted by Cervantes. Cervantes now chips it to the near side, getting it over towards Giovingo to run it down. Giovingo stays with it on the near side. It goes over to Lopez. Lopez goes off of Ocampo, and it'll be a throw-in for the Foothillers. Trying to thread the needle that time. And Ocampo got in the way. Here's the throw-in by Austin. Just inside 5 minutes left to go in the match. Lopez. Lopez, who was injured earlier, still on the soccer ball. Stops, starts. Will trick you. And it is sent upfield and out of play. Just understands pace. Understands how to control the soccer ball. Victoria Ford. Looking for Foster. Doesn't get it. Ford now. and her teammates against these seniors of West Hills, wanting to get some final measure of satisfaction. The last time they play them, here's a shot and a save. Not enough that time, and Walker able to make the save. 4 minutes left to play in the match. Ford intercepts it, gets it to Foster now. Giovingo. Intercepted and sent out of play. Every time it goes out, works against both teams. Coming on 3.5 left to play. Unofficially. Foothillers will take the tie points, but they would like to get more. Already been tied a few times this season already. Sent upfield, Victoria Ford keeps it from getting over behind her. Gonzalez looking for Austin, keeps it in play. Ashley turns, nice move. Austin on the near side, but gets the ball taken away from her. Collision. Upfield. And it's out of play. It'll be a throw-in. Kate Setting went down on that play, but gets back up. 2.5 left to play in the match, unofficially. As it says on the clock. Foothillers are going to throw it in out of their deep third. Allowed a goal here in the second half to tie it up 1-1 after they took the 1-0 lead on a PK by Foster. Had it not been for that mistake, they would be down 1-0, and it'd be just like last season, and knocked down and a yellow card. Smingy knocked down, and they'll have to replace, I believe that was Castaneda, in this match for a moment. You have to come out. So the free kick out of the deep third. Very limited time. The Foothillers want to try to keep it in the defensive half of Wolfpack. Try to make the most out of it. But it's taken away in the central, but Gonzalez stops it. Foster going after it. Won't be able to get it on the near side. And it's sent out of play. Don't usually mention it, but a lot of these teams in the league, the players, they know each other. Play on club teams together. They know how to play each other out there on the pitch. And so the West Hills players have done a good job over the years of being able to understand exactly how maybe some of their teammates play out on the pitch and being able to cover them well. They know the moves. Use it to their advantage. Hunter now trying to continue forward. Olivia Hunter still pursuing the soccer ball, but you can't get it. Neither can her teammates. So back the other way, but now it's intercepted by Gonzalez. To Hunter now, settles the ball down. Foster across the field looking for Lopez. It was too high. Ford. And that's the end of the match. And it ends up being a tie. 1-1, just as it was last season, one time, and the season before, 1-1 tie. We hope you enjoyed it out here at Jack Mashin Stadium in El Cajon, as West Hills getting a measure of satisfaction, at least not losing after their keeper was taken into the paramedics truck and taken away, and their backup keeper able to play well enough to keep them from losing the match. And the Foothillers gaining the early goal on the PK, the mistake by West Hills. Otherwise, they would have had a victory tonight. And so it's a 1-1 tie, and the Foothillers continue to be very stingy at home as far as giving up goals or in the win-loss column. Again, don't forget about our gksports.org webpage. You can watch all these matches on the live stream, and they are there for you. Just go to the top of the page, the Instagram, the pictures. We've got some good ones lately, of course. Facebook page, we're always updating what's going on in the world of sports. Max Preps, good stuff coming up. The basketball season concluding, the soccer season as well, and all the professional sports, along with the conversation on Twitter. It's all there. One-stop shop, gksports.org. And again, don't forget our sponsor, Dental Arts, and they have all you need for your dental care for the family. Affordable rates and insurance is welcome. That's Dental Arts. And all you have to do is go Dental Arts and go to their website. Again, I'm Greg K. Porter, along with Pablo Espinal, saying take care of yourself. And God bless. Remember John 3:16. So long from Jack Mashin Stadium in El Cajon.